Hi everyone, welcome to practice. Today's class will focus on the upper region of the body. Emphasis on warming up, opening, strengthening the shoulders, the chest, the upper back and the neck. This is a part 2 video, so if you like what you see and you want to practice similar to this one, I will pop the follow-on video at the end of this class and we'll get started in this practice in child's pose. So meet me towards the back of the mat. Beginning in child's pose, take the knees about the width of the mat, reach your arms forwards, come onto the tips of the fingers, so just keep it nice and active and really send the heart forwards, pull the hips back, let the heart drop, maybe the chin drops. So just stretching out through the sides of the body and the chest region and the shoulders as well. Take an inhale, lift your heart away from the mat, walk your hands back towards your knees, bring your knees into touch. Reach your arms up, cactus your arms, open up your chest, lift your chin. And as you exhale, bring the arms in, so palms and elbows meet, chin tucks in. Inhale, leaning back to expand, open wide. And then close that off again, breathe out, navel in. Inhale, lean back. And exhale, scoop it in. Allow your arms to relax by the sides of the body and then start to move your neck around in big open circles, just finding fluidity in the neck. And then move that around in the other direction, working into any kinks, any areas of tension. And find stillness. Okay, lovely. From here, go ahead and stretch your arms out as wide as you can. So fan into the fingers, spread through the fingertips. And at first, we're going to start to take the arms back in really big open circles. And just notice what the spine's doing. So try and keep it nice and straight, nice and engaged. Slightly tuck your tail and engage your core. Moving solely from the shoulders and not from the back or that movement from the chest. Okay, and we're going to make that movement, circular movement, a little bit smaller. So more like a medium-sized circle. Keep it slow. I know it's tempting to go fast, but just keep it with that slow honey-like movement. Just warming into the shoulders, really feeling it in all sides of the deltoid muscle, and then make those circles a little bit teeny. Smaller, smaller. Slow it down. Lovely. Find stillness. Okay, start to pulse your arms forwards, warming into the stabilizer muscles, and then flip the palms and then pulse them back, warming into those muscles we might neglect a little, and then face the palms up, pulse them up, and then flip the palms down, pulse them down. Lovely. Palms face forwards. We're going to start with those small circles, this time moving forwards, nice and slow. Make it a little bit bigger. I know, shoulders are probably screaming at you now. We're nearly done, promise. And a little bit bigger. Okay. Take it wide, get a little bit easier. And find stillness. Let the arms drop. Just shimmy your shoulders back a couple of times and then forwards a couple of times. Wonderful. Take your fingers behind your lower back. Press your thumbs into your sacrum. Draw your elbows in. Squeeze your shoulders in and back. And then from here, see if you can start to move the knuckles away from the lower back. Find extension through the spine. Lift the chest. If it feels okay, maybe start to look up. As you exhale, come forwards, maybe a little deeper. Thighs and heart connect. Maybe forehead touches the mat or close. Knuckles drive overhead. Remember not to force it. Shoulders are really vulnerable, just like the neck. Let's protect them. As you exhale, release your hands all the way down. Just peel yourself back up to kneeling posture. Come onto hands. Okay, into tabletop, starting to have the hands underneath shoulder points, knees underneath hips, toes untucked. And then from this tabletop, I want you to bend your elbows out to the side, so wing them out. And then from here, I want you to imagine that you're screwing jaw lids and you're bringing the elbows round the side and then back, like we're trying to unscrew those jaw lids and we're externally rotating. Okay, so the upper arm bones draw back into the shoulder sockets and you feel the shoulders start to spread. We'll do that again. Elbows bend out to the side. Wrap the triceps, bring it in. Hold your space, curl your toes, hover your kneecaps, glide back down dog, adjusting hands, walk them forwards a little, massage the legs, warm into it, and then arrive in stillness. From here, we're going to shift forwards into plank pose. We're going to stay with that idea of bending the elbows, letting the chest drop a little, and then wrapping the triceps in. So this is where you're going to feel that stabilization in the shoulders, that the upper arm bones plug back into the sockets. And then we're going to make that a little harder. If you feel this a lot, driving back through the heels, reaching forward through the crown, drawing the belly in, then you can drop your knees from here if it's too much. Walk your hands forwards, either staying in tabletop or plank pose. Again, wrap the triceps, still that plug in action. And then maybe a little bit further forwards. Hold your space. Maybe a teeny bit more. And then walk it back in. From plank pose, drop the knees down, lower the chin and the chest into Ashtanga Namaskara 8-limb pose. As you inhale, untuck your toes, draw your shoulders back, lift your heart up, cobra pose. As you exhale, make your way back into downward dog. Take an inhale breath, right leg, send that to the sky. Exhale, right knee towards the nose, round your back, breathe in. Step the right foot forwards through the hands, lower the left kneecap. Untuck the toes, lifting yourself up into a lunge. Go ahead and take your right arm across your body. Hook left elbow under right tricep. And you can also grab onto the right shoulder with the left hand. And then press your hips forward to feel a stretch in the left hip. So engaging through the outside of the right shoulder. You might feel it in the tricep a little. Take an inhale. As you exhale, swing your right arm wide. Come into a twist. Left fingers forwards, right fingers back. Left hand lowers, right arm lifts. Take a breath in. Start to bend your elbow and cactus your arm. As you lean into it, offer your heart a little bit more skywards. As you breathe out, right hand lowers down towards the mat. Gaze goes forwards. Take an inhale, lifting up. Cactus your arms, open your chest, lift your gaze. Breathe out. Take your arms straight to the sky. Interlace your fingers into Kali Mudra, biceps along the ears. And as you exhale, lunge a little deeper. See if you can expand even more. Send the biceps back. And make sure you're not dumping into lower back. So if you feel any crunching, just back off a little. Keep your legs engaged. Take an inhale breath, lift back up. So your biceps stay along the ears. Take an exhale breath. Curl your left toes, lift your left kneecap away from the mat, and then settle into that shape again. Moving into warrior 3. Start to tilt your chest forward, all the way through the right foot. See if you can keep the biceps back behind, along the ears. Hold your space, breathe in. And then step left foot by the right into that steady, stable chair pose. Tuck your tail underneath you. Take an inhale, sink down a little more, exhale. Left knee lifts back to the chest, breathe in. As you exhale, stepping back again into crescent pose. Inhale, readjust. Exhale, left heel down, arms open wide, gaze goes forwards. Flip the right palm, reaching forwards, up and over. Take a breath to exalt. And a breath out, come back to warrior 2. Take an inhale, bring your right toes in, send your left toes wide, sink into your left heel. Options to spread the arms if you're all the way down into Skandasana. Breathe in, maybe a bind. Right hand tucks behind the lower back, left fingers grip the right. Gaze over the shoulder, maybe a little flex into your toes. Don't worry if you're not as low as this. Fingertips down, hips lift up, inhale. Walk it all the way forwards. So fingertips and toes point forwards. Stepping back, high plank. As you exhale, either with the knees down or lifted, arrive all the way onto your belly. Untuck your toes. Interlace your fingers behind your lower back. Thumbs press into the lower back. Shoulders draw in and back. Legs and arms lift. Breathe in for 3. Keep it active. 2. And 1, heart down, fingertips face forward, elbows and shoulders squeeze in, lift up through your chest, cobra pose, heart up, breathe out, see if you can lift up into up dog, so you're lifting the kneecaps, keep the toes untucked, breathe in, drive that back, downward dog, take a breath out, shifting forwards on the inhale, back into plank. Lower the kneecaps down, take an exhale, untuck your toes, bring your hands towards your heels. So as you bring your hands to your heels, come onto the very, very top part of the head. And then inhale, lift the bum away from the heels. So you find an extension through your arms. Feel that nice stretch on your upper back, your shoulders, and your neck. Flexion here. Take an inhale as you exhale, hips drop down. Take an inhale, lift up Vidrasana. Fingertips sprinkle behind the feet. Take an inhale, draw your shoulders in and back, chest lifts. Take an exhale, options to lift the hips if you want more. Press the hips to the sky, drop the head back if it feels okay. As you exhale, hips lower down, gaze goes forward, reaching forwards with your hands. Curl your toes, glide your hips back, downward facing dog, look towards the thighs. Full breath through nose, full breath out the mouth. Left leg lifts, point the toes, take an in-breath. Left knee to nose, take an exhale, round your spine, inhale. Left foot through the hands. Exhale, pressing onto the left kneecap to lift yourself up. Now left arm goes over to the right. Right elbow hooks under left tricep. Option to grab onto the shoulder. Use your abdominal muscles. Press your hips forwards. Drawing the arm across the body. Inhale. As you exhale, swing the left hand open. Arms are level. Gaze is back. Take an inhale. Right hand lowers. Left arm lifts. Cactus your chest. Offer your heart a little bit more skywards. Expand. As you exhale, left hand drops towards the mat, gaze goes forward. Take an inhale, cactus your arm, open your chest, expand. Take a breath out. Inhale, interlace the fingers into Kali Mudra overhead, peaceful yogi gun. And as you exhale, lunge deeper, send the biceps back behind the ears. Remember to avoid any crunching in that back. As you inhale, lift back up. Biceps along the ears, big push, use your legs. Exhale, settle down into the shape. Reaching the arms forwards. Push all the weight through the left foot, coming into Warrior 3. Try and get your body in one straight line. Bend your left knee, step your right foot down by your left, breathe out. Lift up, shoulders in line with hips, sinking down a little bit more. Breathe out. Inhale, lift the right foot. As you exhale, step back through the right toes. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, Warrior 2, arms wide. Put the left palm, inhale to reverse. Exhale, back to Warrior 2. Inhale here, and then exhale, Skandasana. Turn the left toes in, sink down through the right heel. Remember, it doesn't have to be as low. Maybe spread the wings if it feels good. Breathe in. Maybe find a bind. Open across your chest and your shoulder. Breathe out. Reach down through fingertips. Take an inhale breath. Walk that all the way to face the front. Lunge through the left knee. Anchor through your hands. Stepping back, plank pose. Chaturanga, kneecaps down, all lifted. To the mat we go. Interlace the fingers behind the lower back. Thumbs press into the sacrum. Shoulders draw in and back. Lift up through your legs and your chest. Holding for 3, 2, and 1. Release. Hands down. Inhale. Chest lifts. Cobra pose. Exhale here. Inhale. Lift the kneecaps. Active in the legs. Exhale. Downward dog. Lowering all the way back down onto the knees, looking forward. So come into a little puppy pose. Keep the knees and the hips in line if you can. Walk your arms forward and then melt down from your chest. So maybe your forehead comes to the mat or your chin. If you want to make this even deeper, palms can touch. Forehead down, maybe the thumbs start to draw to the back of the neck as you melt your heart. And if you've got blocks, you can bring your elbows to blocks and make this just a tad deeper. Release, hands down, chest lifts, breathe in, walk your hands back, take your knees back, look forwards, modified chaturanga, let's bring it towards the mat. Lovely. Stretch your right arm out towards the side, the right side. Bring your right ear towards the mat. And we're going to start to roll over onto the right side of the body. Okay, options to stay right here. This might be enough sensation for you in your shoulder. If you want a little bit more, bend your left knee and drop your left foot behind your right leg. Make sure the toes are pointing towards the back of the room and the knee points to the sky. And if you want even more, left fingertips can grip the right. And then unwind, come all the way back. Okay, back down onto the belly. Go ahead and stretch the left arm out. Bring your right hand in. Come and roll onto the left side of the body. Right hip on top of left. Maybe we stay here. Maybe we bend the knee and bring right foot behind left leg. And perhaps adding on, reaching for the left fingers. Just soften. Come onto the belly. Inhale here. Exhale. Go ahead and take your left arm forwards and the right arm out towards the right side of your space. Bend the right knee out towards the right. And bring your right arm through your left. Okay, so opening into the right hip externally, opening into the shoulders. And you'll feel it across the fronts of the shoulders. And come out of that. Right arm reaches forwards, right leg comes back in, left knee comes out to the left. Now left arm on the right. Again, drop chin or cheek towards left tricep or shoulder. Lower the left leg down. Keep your arms as they are. Again, we'll bring right knee out towards the right. But this time we're going to open into a twist. So, allow the right arm to stretch all the way towards the other side. And then we'll wiggle, so right hip's now on top of left. And then prioritize your right shoulder connecting with the ground. The right hand connecting with the ground. The chest to face up. The left hand can come onto the outside of the right thigh. And the gaze to peel over your right shoulder. Into Jatari Paraptanasana. Inhale, right knee to chest. Give it a little squeeze. Exhale, right heel lowers down. Inhale, left knee lifts. Cross the left leg over the body. Right hip now on top, underneath left. Left arm spreads to the side. Gaze over the shoulder. Anchor down through the shoulders, so really press them into the mat. And then notice the breath travel across the chest and down through the body, replenishing every cell within your body. Inhale, left knee moves. Give it a squeeze. Lower that down. We'll just take a couple of moments of relaxation in Shavasana. Take the arms, the legs to be long. Take a big breath through nose. And a big sigh out the mouth. Allow yourself to unwind and to drop everything you've just done. Entering into a place of calm, of relaxation. Just finding gratitude for all your bodies enabled you to do in this class. Little flicker and wriggle into toes and fingers. Stretch the arms behind the head. Take a big breath in. Take a big breath out. Lower the arms by the sides of the body, bend the knees, roll over to the right side of your space. And then just peel your way all the way up into cross-legged position. Hands to knees, lengthen the spine, take a breath, hands to heart. And breathe out, bow your head forward to your hands in prayer. Thank you, yogis, for joining me in this practice. Namaste.